In this video, I will teach you how to make Nigerian vegetable soup, also known as Edikaikong, using ugu leaf and water leaf. Now, what is the Nigerian vegetable soup? Nigerian vegetable soup, also known as Edikaikong, is a traditional dish from ethnic people of Cross River State and Akwa Ibom states. It is made with fresh whole foods like meat, vegetables, and seafood, and is widely enjoyed across Nigeria for its rich flavor and nutritional value. The ingredients you need proteins, you need vegetables, and you need seasonings and oil. Key proteins include goat meat, deboned, dried, or roasted fish, shrimp, and periwinkles for flavor and texture. And when cooking this dish, you don't manage on the proteins. It usually tastes better when you have all of these proteins. You don't just use goat meat or cow meat or fish. You have to use all of them. And one protein you can never ignore is the periwinkle or seafood. So you also need vegetables such as water leaf, ugu leaves, and finely diced bell peppers form. So those are the things that form the vegetable base of the soup: the water leaf, ugu leaves, and the diced bell peppers. Then use ground crayfish, palm oil, avocado oil, Ofe and achi, seasoning cubes, cayenne pepper, onion, salt, and pepper to enhance taste. So why the soup is so nutritious? Well, ugu leaves help reduce the risk of some cancers, support the immune system, lower blood pressure, aid weight loss, and improve blood production. The assortment of meats and seafood provides a strong source of protein, vitamins, minerals, and fiber, making the soup healthful and nutrient dense. Then let's go through the procedures of preparing this dish. The first one is soak the dried fish in hot water for 4 hours to rehydrate and soften it before cooking. Okay, very important. When you get the dried fish, you've got to soak it in hot water for 4 hours to rehydrate and soften it before cooking. The next one, you have to wash and cut the meat into bite-sized pieces ready for boiling. The third step is you've got to wash the vegetables thoroughly, drain excess water, then chop into thin slices for the soup. So that is your ugu leaf, your water leaf, and your boiled peppers. And in preparing the meat and the pepper base, these are going to serve as the foundation for the soup. The first step is to boil the meat. Begin by boiling the goat meat with chopped onions, seasoning cubes, salt, and pepper in water until tender, as for about 40 minutes. Then heat vegetable oil or avocado oil in a pan and fry onions until translucent before adding the blended bell pepper paste. The third step is add the blended bell peppers to the onion and cook the paste for 20 minutes in order to develop flavor and thicken. Then the final cooking steps is you've got to combine the boiled meat, shrimp, fish, ground crayfish, and periwinkles into the cooked bell pepper and onion paste. Okay, so remember you've got to boil all of these, the meat. You've got to add the combined meat, the fresh shrimp, your fish which has been soaked earlier and rehydrated, your ground crayfish and periwinkles into the cooked bell pepper and onion paste. The next step is, so although this is optional, you can mix in Ofe achi, stir in Ofe achi to thicken the soup and enrich the soup base, as if you want to do that. And you can now add vegetables. Incorporate the chopped ugu and water leaves, stirring to distribute evenly. Then, like I said, it's got to be both the ugu and water leaves. Then the fourth step is simmer with palm oil. So you've got to pour in palm oil and let the soup simmer on low heat to blend all flavors together before serving. And here are final tips which I've got to give you here. In order to boost the flavor, boil meat and dried fish with garlic in advance or enhance flavors using things like cumin, smoked paprika, bay leaves, vegetable stock, veggie stock, and garlic cloves. You can also use alternative vegetables. If ugu or water leaf are unavailable, you can use asparagus, dried split peas, kale, cabbage, lentils, or mushrooms as substitutes. That's what it is. If you tried out this recipe, let me know. You can serve it with fufu or rice. I mean, you can also eat this edikaikong with rice. Um, you can try it out with your family and friends, and let me know how this came out. And God bless.